Hi LEGO fans, it's LEGO Collectible Minifigures blind bag feeling time again. This time we have 16 brand new LEGO Collectible Minifigures, and today I'm going to be feeling, unbagging and reviewing a complete set of LEGO Minifigures Series 19. I'm also going to teach you my system for feeling out LEGO minifigure blind bags with no duplicates, no disappointment and no wasted money. And because I really like you guys, there's going to be a giveaway. Stay tuned to find out how you could win a complete set of sealed Series 19 minifigures later in the video. There are some awesome minifigures in Series 19 and I can't wait to start feeling out these bags. But before we do, I've got to say a huge thank you to our friends at minifiguremadness.com who made this video possible today. Minifigure Madness stock a huge range of LEGO collectible minifigures. They have pretty much everything in stock going back to Minifigures Series 1. And if feeling out minifigure blind bags seems like hard work, Minifigure Madness has a special offer just for you. Enter promo code JH1 at checkout and you can get a complete box of Series 19 minifigures for only €179.99. These guys ship absolutely everywhere and low-cost express worldwide shipping is available. So for all your collectible minifigure needs, do check out the link to minifiguremadness.com in the video description. So which minifigures are we getting in Series 19? In numerical order we have Videogame Champ, Shower Guy, Fright Night, The Monkey King, Programmer, Mummy Queen, Jungle Explorer, Firefighter, Dog Sitter, Pizza Costume Guy, Galactic Bounty Hunter, Gardener, Rugby Player, Fox Costume Girl, Bear Costume Guy, and Mountain Biker. Usually when I make these videos, I start out with a complete box of minifigures. Because I was gifted this set by the good folks at Minifigure Madness, I'm kinda cheating this time. I do know that I've got a full set of 16, and for full disclosure, these bags have been cut to verify what's inside. I'll be resealing these bags so I can show you how to feel out all 16 minifigures. When you go out minifigure blind bag feeling, it's a good idea to go prepared. You could print out a sheet like this from LEGO's website showing all of the characters and their accessories. Or you can do a quick Google search and print out the checklist from inside the bag. You'll find one of these checklists inside every minifigure blind bag, and these provide a useful guide as to which accessories you need to feel out, and also somewhere to check off the ones you've got. As I said earlier in the video, I am giving away a complete set of Series 19 sealed minifigures. To be in with the chance of winning the prize, you need to hit the like button and keep your eyes peeled. Baby Groot is going to be rocking out with one of these minifigures somewhere in the video. I'd like you to tell me in the comments which minifigure Groot was hanging out with and which one of the characters was your favourite. 30 days after releasing the video, I'm going to pick a winner at random and ship you a whole set of 16 minifigures. So here's how this video is going to work. I'm going to feel out all 16 of these bags and show you how to identify the character inside. To avoid me simply cheating and looking inside, I've actually resealed all of these bags with tape. To keep things totally fair, I've mixed up all of the resealed blind bags in this blue trash can. This is going to be a long video, so if you want to jump to a specific minifigure, do check out the index in the video description. So with all that important stuff covered, let's open up some minifigure blind bags. Okay, so let's get this minifigure blind bag feeling session underway. We'll give it a quick shake. There's a leaflet in there. We have, that's a torso piece because you can feel the post where the head connects. What else have we got? We do have some legs. The legs are not going to be useful in this minifigure series because I think they all have the full-size adult legs. We'll find out as we go along. There is something squishy in there. That actually feels like it might be a tail piece. We've got the plate there, which is a rectangular piece. They all have one of those. And then a rather large piece here. That might be a piece of headgear. And then just inside that, we've got a smaller piece. So let's have a feel of that. Ah, okay. So what we've got here is what feels like some kind of small animal. We've got a stud or an anti-stud on the bottom here, and then a head and a tail. Now, given that we've got a tail in this bag, and we also have a large piece of headgear, I think this is going to be the Fox Costume Girl. I think it's a girl. So let's open this up and see if we're right. And we do. Let's see. Yes, we do. Yeah, okay. So the things we're feeling for here is, actually we've got a sack, that's a good thing to feel for, but we do have a large piece of headgear. And we also have this small chicken piece. You can feel the anti-stud on the bottom there, and hang on, there we go. And then we've got the head and the tail. So there's a number of things you can be feeling out for here to find the fox girl. And then we also have that tail piece. So you can feel this because it's squidgy, it's that soft plastic. And then we have the piece that goes between the minifigure's torso and the legs. Let's put this together and see how she looks. So here we have one very foxy lady. Lego seems to really like putting minifigures in costumes these days, but this one is a good one. The only question is why you would go dressed as a fox if you were stealing chickens. We do of course have a chicken, which is a really nice printed element. All of the features are there, including the comb, beak and wattle. Our Foxy Friend also comes with an accessory in the shape of this Lego sack. It's a pretty standard element, and you might see Father Christmas grasping one of these in the Lego Advent calendars. If you peek around the back, you'll see our fox costume girl has dual moulded black and orange legs, and a rather nice white tipped tail element. The quality of the printing on the torso is okay, but not great. Lego really seems to struggle when printing white onto dark plastics. The headgear is really nice, although it has the same printing problems, but I love the way this looks from the front. It just looks awesome. In fact, when viewing this from an angle, it barely looks like a minifigure. We do have two facial expressions, this rather foxy expression on the front, and a very much more devious expression around the back. I really do think this character is trying to steal chickens. So while it's not clear whether this young lady's going out to a costume party or going out to steal chickens, it is a fun minifigure and I do like this one. Onwards with bag number 2, and I forgot to mention I'm putting a picture of the minifigure in the top right hand corner. That's just to help you visualise what I'm feeling, so let's see what we've got in here. Okay, first of all, this feels interesting. So, yeah, we've got some kind of animal here. So you can see or you can feel the legs, there's a head, is there a tail? No, there's no tail actually. Okay, so it feels like some kind of four-legged creature, which immediately narrows it down somewhat. That feels like a piece of headgear. I can feel a peaked, I guess a peak of a cap, but then it's got something weird coming out of the back. I don't know, maybe that could be a hair coming out of the back of the hat. We do have the base plate there. There's a torso piece, which all feel the same. We've got some legs, and let's see. I've got a feeling this could be the dog sitter. That's a dog, or that's certainly that's a different four-legged creature. So that is definitely going to be, I think, the dog sitter. Now, if I feel this right, that's a head. There should be a small 1x1 piece in here, which is a piece of dog poop. I don't know if I'm going to be able to feel it. In fact, yes, there it is. So this is definitely going to be the dog sitter. Let's open up the bag and see if we can confirm, and I'll show you what I was feeling for. So here we go. So really easy one to feel out with a little bit of care. So what we've got here, we've got a shovel for shoveling dog poop. We have a little brown dachshund. There is another dog in here, almost looks like a French bulldog, I guess. And then we've got the torso and that sort of thing. But then we have the odd-shaped hat, which has a peak, but also has the hair built into the hat, which is why it feels very distinctive within the bag. And we actually have two of these. These have to be new elements. I'm just trying to get a closer look. Those are dog poop elements, which look really cool. I have a feeling the dog sitter is going to be one of the most popular minifigures from Series 19. I mean, for starters, take a look at that face. It's almost like she can taste the air. Not only do we have a fantastic minifigure, we also have these two awesome dogs. This one looks like a French bulldog and has the most awesome expression. And then we have the stretch limo of the canine world, the Dachshund. The facial print isn't quite as detailed, but lacks none of the charm. The other really cool thing about this minifigure is the dog poop elements. They look like cupcakes, but lick that frosting at your peril. Our Queen of Poop is crowned with a baseball cap which has a dog paw on the front. And built into the hat we have the minifigure's hair. I love the way the ponytail's pulled through the back of the hat. The legs are dual moulded and come with some really nice side printing. The torso and leg print suit this character really well. We've got a striped t-shirt overlaid with these blue dungarees. And that printing continues around the back, you can even see the manufacturer's logo. Thankfully it's not all about shoveling poop and breaking up dogfights. She actually has a really nice smile tucked away as a secondary expression. Dog Sitter is a top-notch minifigure and definitely a contender for best from Series 19. Next we have bag number 3, which is a kind of moderately thick bag, and oh yeah, immediately I know what this is. So what we've got in here is a triangular piece. That is going to be the pizza costume guy or girl, I can't remember which gender it is, but this is very much like the element that was the watermelon guy from the last collectible minifigures series. In fact, I'm not going to feel any further because this is just so obvious. You're going to find this really easy to feel out in the store, and what you're feeling for is a large pizza piece, which is exactly what we have just here. If you do want to confirm that, you can also feel for this 2x3 element, which is like a pizza flyer. Obviously this little minifigure's handing out flyers for a pizza restaurant. Some people get all of the best jobs, but I'm guessing Pizza Suit Guy wishes he'd paid more attention at school. He's handing out flyers for dollar pizza and dollar burgers at what must be a top-notch restaurant. I mean, that's cheap by anybody's standards. The pizza he's wearing is an awesome looking thing. It looks like we've got herbs, cheese, pepperoni, and olives. And go Lego recycling the mould. Unlike the watermelon costume guy, we don't have any printing around the back of the pizza. With the pizza slice removed, there's not a lot more to see. There's a facial print suggesting this guy might be regretting his life choices, a totally green unprinted torso, but the saving grace is these fantastic checked pants. We even have some printing around the side. Whether you love Pizza Suit Guy or you hate him, you're going to have no problem feeling him out in the blind bag. Just feel for that triangular pizza element. Bag number 4, and this one is a little bit on the thin side, so let's have a feel around, see what we can find. We've got a head there, we've got some kind of headgear, and then actually, what is that? Okay, we've got a 2x3 tile. Now, only 2 of these characters from Series 19 have the 2x3 tile. We've got the pizza guy, which we've already seen, and the gamer, but I do want to confirm. Those are the legs. We've got a torso piece in the corner there, and there's one particular piece I'm looking for. There's kind of like a flat Xbox style controller. In fact, there it is. I think. Let's get this so we can get it tight in the packaging. And yes, this is a handheld video game controller, a little bit like an Xbox controller, which I'm sure will be a very popular part for mocks. So let's open this up and just confirm what we're feeling on the outside. Hang on, there we go, that's better. And hopefully this will be the Videogame Champ. And yes, yeah, it is, yeah. So we have the video game that he's holding. Really nice 2x3 printed tile. Yeah, base plate, no good to us. We do have some headgear, which is, I guess, like, yeah, he's got the headphones on there. Crazy coloured hair. And then the key thing we're looking for is this piece, which is the Xbox style controller, which is a new element and super cool. So this is Videogame Champ, a great looking minifigure with some awesome accessories. I know a lot of minifigure fans have been eagerly anticipating that game controller. To me this looks like an early Xbox controller, and the printed 2x3 tile really goes to confirm that. As you can see, this is a game for the playbox. It's a really nice printed tile with some metallics, and you might recognise the minifigure on the front. That's right, it's the cyborg female from LEGO Minifigures Series 16. With the accessories out of the way, we can get a closer look at the clothing. The pants for the main part are a plain dark blue colour, but we do have some printing for the belt and a keychain. As you can see, Videogame Champ has a really cool Space Invaders keychain. Underneath the jacket, he's wearing a grey t-shirt depicting a square minifigure head complete with headset. The jacket is covered in a number of symbols, some of which I don't recognise, but I definitely recognise the classic space symbol. In fact, now I come to think of it, the M stands for Mtron. Perhaps if you recognise the third symbol, you can let me know in the comments. The facial expression is really cool with that goatee beard, and I really like the green haircut. Being a gamer, he is of course wearing a headset, and there's an alternate expression for when things aren't going so well. Overall, this is a great looking minifigure and definitely one of my favourites from Series 19. So let's see what minifigure goodness we have in bag number 5. Now, actually, this is quite thick. There is a thicker piece in there. Let's have a feel of that first of all. So what have we got here? Yeah, it's kind of weird because it's pretty thick. Oh, okay, so yeah, what we've got at the top here is a piece with a hole in it that fits through a minifigure head. So this is definitely something that sits on a minifigure like that. Probably going to be slung around the back, and it does feel like a backpack, which could be the Jungle Explorer. But it's always a good idea to keep feeling to confirm it, so you don't waste that $3 or $4. What else have we got? Yeah, we've got a big hat here. Yeah, you can see the round hat. Big wide brimmed hat. So this is definitely going to be the Jungle Explorer. What else we should see in here is a magnifying glass. That's the other key thing to be feeling out for. But this is going to be the Jungle Explorer. And let's open that up and just prove what I was feeling there. So the key things you're feeling for are the magnifying glass, which is a pretty standard Lego thing. We've also got the wide brimmed hat, which is a really nice giveaway there. And then this really unusual piece. Oh no, those are legs. Hang on, where is it? There it is. So this is the backpack, and it's kind of chunky. It does kind of bulk out the bag because of the gap between the bit that goes over the head and this roll on top there. So this is probably the easiest piece to feel for. So this is the Jungle Explorer. He's a rather dapper looking fellow. But there's no question his chameleon friend is the star of the show. It's a super sharp moulded piece with some really nice printing. The eyes have just the right amount of detail to bring him to life. There are some great stripes on the back, and we even have that curly tail. It's so awesome. Jungle Explorer comes with a magnifying glass accessory that kinda sorta works. The facial expression is a really nice print, but this guy doesn't really look trustworthy. You could kind of imagine this guy ransacking jungle ruins for artifacts that should be in a museum. He comes with dual moulded brown and black legs, and you might just be able to make out the mud on the boots. He's got many pockets, including 2 in his pants and 2 on his shirt, and a useful rope slung around his chest. Underneath the shirt we have a red checked cravat, which makes him look a bit of a cad. Now of course the thing we were feeling for inside the bag was the backpack. It's a nicely detailed mould complete with that green bedroll. And finally, as you'd expect from any self-respecting Jungle Explorer, we have a wide brimmed hat. As collectible minifigures go, I think this guy's pretty much middle of the road. But I would definitely pay a good amount of money for a bag full of those chameleons. On to bag number 6, and this one is fairly medium thick. There's a thick piece here actually. That feels like some kind of headgear. There's a bit of a ridge on there, maybe a peak cap maybe. Let's feel around, see what else we can find. That's a base plate, that's no good. We got a torso piece with arms. There must be something unusual in here. That's a head. It's got to be, there we go. Something interesting. Give that a little shake, and oh, that's better. So, right, okay. So what we've got here is a cone-shaped piece. It could be, I guess, a conical hat, but I don't think we get one of those. But there is actually a handle on it. So this is actually going to be the Bullhorn, or the Loudhailer, or whatever you call it. And I think that's going to be from the Firefighter. So going back to that piece of headgear, yeah, that probably is going to be the Firefighter's Helmet. So let's give that a good shake so we don't damage anything with the scissors, which is my personal calling card. And we'll see what we've got inside. We do have, hopefully, yeah, lots of black here, which is what I'd expect to see. Yeah, that's a leaflet. There's the Bullhorn. That's a really important piece. As you can see here, really nice printing there with the Firefighter symbol on both sides. Really easy to feel out because it's conical and you've got a handle there. But then you've also got this piece of headgear, which is quite a chunky piece of headgear. And actually see we've got some hair built into that, which might explain why it feels a little bit odd. I've got to confess to being a little bit disappointed with the Firefighter. When I pony up $4 for a minifigure blind bag, I don't expect to get a bunch of leftover Lego City parts. It's kind of nice to get the custom printed Bullhorn, and I'm sure that hat element with the built-in blonde hair is exclusive. The printing on the torso and legs is well done and includes some metallic highlights. It's a similar picture around the back where we've got a reflective fire symbol, and we do have some more of that reflective printing on the arms and on the side of the legs. The facial print is attractive enough, but it's a shame she didn't smile for photo day. Around the back the expression is a lot more aggressive and assertive. Perfect for barking out orders through that bullhorn. Don't get me wrong, this is a really nice firefighter minifigure. I just hope for a little bit more when I tear open one of these minifigure blind bags of joy. Bag number 7, and this one has a little bit more thickness to it. So let's have a feel around in there and see why it's thick. Now that's interesting. Okay, so we've got a kind of we've got a spike here, and then a 3-pointed thing on top. I think that could be a plant. We do have a gardener in this collection. So let's see if we can confirm that. That's a head. They all have those. What else have we got? The legs, yeah, those are adult legs. That's torso piece of headgear. Now what I'm actually feeling for here is going to be the Flamingo, because, yeah, very unusually, we've got a new Flamingo element, which I think is going to be quite popular among LEGO fans. I'd certainly like to have a few of those in LEGO City, and yeah, I think that's going to be it actually. Let's give it a good shake. It's actually really difficult to get to, but because I found the plant, I'm pretty confident on this. I actually feel there's an anti-stud on the bottom here, a bit of a spike, and then what must be a flamingo at the top. So let's give this an open. Hopefully we'll find a good flash of pink within the bag for the flamingo, and that will confirm this is going to be the gardener. Where's the pink? There's the pink, there's the pink. Perfect. So yeah, we've got this tall piece here, really nice custom molded flamingo. And what else do we have? We have this as well. This is what I felt out first. It's a plant piece, very distinctive because you've got these rigid leaves and the post here which can hold which the minifigure can hold, and then we do have the headgear, which is a really nice colour of lilac. Now this, in my humble opinion, is everything a collectible minifigure should be. It's colourful, it has unusual and unique elements, and it's a whole lot of fun. No urban garden should be without a plastic flamingo, and I'm sure adult fans will be scrabbling to collect lots of these. It's a one-piece thing, and it looks like it's moulded out of 2 tones of plastic. As you'd expect with a flamingo, we have a beady eye and a wibbly-wobbly neck. The gardener minifigure is absolutely fantastic, and I love the delightfully trashy clothing. Sure, she has a standard plant element, but look at those metallic leopard skin leggings, they're awesome. Those are perfectly complemented with a purple and lilac halter neck top. And we even have colour coordinated hair with this lilac beehive style cut. Around the back we have more printed flowers that wouldn't look out of place on a Hawaiian shirt. And the arms are dual moulded, complete with green gardening gloves. And then we have that facial print. As you can see, the gardener has gone out of her way to make herself look beautiful for gardening. If we angle her just right, you'll see her metallic eyeshadow and lip gloss. And then we have the spectacles perched on the end of the nose, which says it's probably time for bifocals. When I say end of the nose, of course minifigures don't have noses. Except Voldemort, who shouldn't have a nose. This is simply fantastic and definitely one of the standouts from Series 19. Bag number 8, we're halfway through. We got a torso piece. What else have we got? That feels like, yeah, that's a head. That doesn't really help us. That is quite unusual. I don't know how to describe that piece. Yeah, I've no idea what that is, so I'm going to feel around a little bit more, see if I can get some more clues. That feels like hair. Yeah, quite tall hair. And I'm starting to build up a picture here, but let's see what else we can find. That is the base plate, no good to us. Torso piece. Okay, so I think we've got a bit of a breakthrough here. This is a very thin piece. You can see it's kind of rectangular, but it also folds, and I think this is going to be a Lego laptop. We do have a female programmer. We've previously had a male programmer in an older minifigures series, but I think this is going to be the female one. And if I recall from the picture, she is pictured with like a little robot, like a STEM toy. So let's open this up and just confirm exactly what we're feeling from the outside. Hopefully we've got this right. It is a little bit more tricky, this one, than some of the others. So what do we have here? Okay, so that's the leaflet, no good. Then we've got, yeah, this is quite a distinctive piece. This is a Lego laptop. You can see we've got the keyboard here that does fold over and snaps shut audibly. We've got the kind of tall hair piece there, which is really nice. Obviously torso, that doesn't really help you through the bag. And I want to know what that piece was. Oh, here we go. So, oh, this is like a little laser gun or something like that. So I guess this is going to be used to make that little robot. Here we've got a 1x1 brick, and also a couple of these pieces which I guess are meant to be the tracks. So this is the programmer, but this is not the first time we've seen a programmer in a collectible minifigures series. On the right we have the computer programmer from series 7, but I do think the new female version looks a lot more cool. After all, being a nerd is a badge of honour and nothing to be ashamed of. I'm a big fan of the facial expression on this minifigure. She's got a great smile and I love those green rimmed specs. I'm not sure if the hair is a new element, but I really like the way the hair is bunched up on top of the head. There is an alternate expression which gives her a kind of quizzical knowing look. Being a computer programmer, she is carrying around a Lego laptop. It's one of those clamshell elements that opens up to reveal a keyboard and a screen. Programmers love t-shirts with hidden messages, and in this case we've got some binary. I bet you can't guess what that says. I've googled it, and yes, it's probably what you think. Around the programmer's waist she's tied an overshirt. And I love the way Lego have incorporated the dual moulded legs to create this effect. Things are a little bit more simple around the back. There's a little bit of detailing on the back of the torso, and we have dual moulded arms. As well as a minifigure, we do get this little programmable robot. There's a custom printed 1x1 showing the robot's face and the on-off switch. The robot also incorporates a carrying handle which helps to keep everything together. Lego does seem to have been doing more recently to recognise women working in technology, so it's great to finally get a female programmer to add to the collectible minifigures lineup. Okay, so let's see what we've got in bag number 9. Actually, this feels rather different. It feels like we've got an internal bag as well, so I think there's another clear plastic bag inside here with some of the accessories, which can sometimes make it a little bit tricky. But let's have a feel around. That's a torso. This is a piece of headgear, which is quite rounded. Okay, so not a tall piece of headgear. And then what do we have here? So we've got, yeah, a little stick there for a minifigure to hold, and then a kind of oval piece at the end there. Oh, I know what this is. That's going to be a hairbrush. Yeah, there's texture on it. You can actually feel it through the bag. This is going to be the shower guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm confident enough. Some of these can be more tricky than others, but let's see what we've got. Yeah, so there we have the internal bag. I've actually cut that open in the process. So here we go. That is the piece I was feeling out inside. You can see we've got the ridges, and you can actually feel those through the bag. We also have this rather kind of slim, but you've got a shower cap here, which is a really cool piece of headgear. And then we do, actually, yeah, I could have felt for that. That is a green rubber ducky. If ever there was a minifigure that can transport you to a happy place, the shower guy is that minifigure. That facial expression is absolutely superb. He also comes with accessories, and I love that green rubber duck. And in the other hand, he's holding either a hairbrush or a back scratcher. That definitely makes it easy to feel this guy out in the bag. The torso print is pretty simple and exactly what you'd expect to see from a naked minifigure. There's also a little bit of printing around the back, just outlining the shoulder blades. But one of the coolest things about Shower Guy is this duck bath towel. It is totally removable, but Lego have printed on some bubbles to save his embarrassment. I love that attention to detail, it's so cool. The other really cool thing about Shower Guy is that shower cap. What a fabulous piece of headgear. He does come with a secondary expression which I don't like quite as much. You can see some pink beneath the eyes and it looks like he's just got soap in them. Overall, this is a top-notch minifigure. It really makes me smile and I love the imagination that LEGO put into this. Bag number 10 of 16, so let's see what we've got here. Actually, straight away you can feel there's another one of those clear plastic interior bags here. So I don't know what LEGO are trying to hide, but I guess there could be some kind of cape in here. There was in the last one for the, not a cape, but the towel that went around the shower guy. So we'll probably proceed with a little bit more caution when opening this one. We do have, that feels like a lightsaber handle, and then we do have a little pole here. So I think this could be like the Monkey King. I think he has some kind of weapon, which looks like a kind of Star Wars weapon. There is a squidgy piece here, that could be a tail. There's the base plate, and what else can we find? Those are some legs. Yeah, there is only one minifigure that has one of these pole pieces and the lightsaber handle, so this is going to be the Monkey King. I'm pretty confident of that. So let's very carefully open this one up, and we'll make sure we get everything out without cutting anything. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got an interior bag, so this time it's sealed. What do we have? So we've got some of these lightsaber handle pieces in a nice gold colour. We do have a couple of these different red poles. There is a little finial there for the, I guess for the top of the hat. And then we've got all kinds of good stuff in here. Let's see what we've got inside the packet. We've got the, there we go. So we do have the tail, that's a really good one to feel for. And we also do have a little decorative kind of cape here, so be really careful about opening up this bag so you don't slice it with the scissors. Monkey King is a really sharp looking minifigure with lots of elements. He kind of reminds me of the Legends of Chima theme, and also takes me back to monkey magic from the 1970s. He's carrying a staff which is made up from a couple of gold lightsaber handles and a red stick. It really complements the red and gold theming of the minifigure. The torso is a truly exceptional print, and I love the amount of gold detailing here. We also have red and gold dual moulded arms, and the legs are similarly dual moulded with some really nice printed detail. At the head level we have this fantastic shoulder piece in red plastic, and a fantastic grinning facial expression. It's awesome. I really like the gold headband which goes above his eyes. There is an alternate expression which exposes a snaggletooth, and that hairpiece is something else. I love the way the ears poke through, and we have that kind of swept back ginger hair. Around the back we have a really nice cape piece, and there's a tail which is really useful for feeling out this character in the blind bag. Topping everything off we have this feather which kind of sticks out of the top of his head, and then some really sharp printing on the back of the torso showing the Monkey King's armour. As collectible minifigures go, this one is a stonker. I love the imagination behind the character, and the colour scheme really suits the character. On to bag number 11, and let's see what we've got in this kind of medium thickness bag. What's that? That's interesting. It feels like that has to be a torso, but it doesn't feel quite right. That may actually be two pieces kind of interlocked there. So let's feel around and see what else we can find. Okay, that is going to be a shield element. Yeah, this is going to be Fright Night, because I'm pretty positive only one of these minifigures has a shield. Still don't know what that piece down there is. Let's shake all this about a little bit. We've got a head. Then some kind, I think that's some kind of gun. But we've got a shield, and only one of these characters has a shield, which really helps to narrow it down. So let's open this up and prove that this is Fright Night. And I love the name of that minifigure, that's so imaginative. So let's open this up, and yes, it is Fright Night. Hang on, what's that? So let's take a look at this. So Oh, there we go. So what you can see here is that the torso got caught inside this armor piece, and that's why it was making it really difficult to feel out. Sometimes that does happen with these minifigures. But the other things you could be feeling for are the knight's helmet, which has a distinctive grille. And then what I found immediately, which kind of discounted everything else, was this shield piece, which has a very distinctive feel inside the bag. You've got a minifigure handle on the back there, but you've also got things like the swords here. That's not actually a gun as I felt it in the bag, but yeah, really, really easy minifigure to feel out. This is Fright Night, who comes with some interesting trans blue accessories. There's a trans blue plume on top of the helmet, we get 2 of those, and we also get 2 of these trans blue swords. There's also a shield depicting this bat sigil, and you'll notice this minifigure has blue hands. In common with those blue hands, we also have a blue head, and a pretty creepy ghostly expression. The printing on Fright Knight's armour is pretty intricate, and I love the metallic copper embellishments. That printing continues down onto the dual moulded legs, but around the back things are pretty plain. That is of course until you remove the armour. There's a really nice metallic herringbone print around the back, and at the front we have buckles which hold the chainmail together. There's no question this is a really nicely executed minifigure with some great printing. I just don't think it has as much originality as we see in other minifigures in Series 19. Okay, so we're up to bag number 12, and this is a big one. This should be really easy to feel out, I'm sure, because of the size. But unfortunately, things don't move around particularly well. There's definitely an inner bag here, you can feel it. I'm thinking this probably has to be the mountain biker, but I'm just trying to get to grips with this large piece in here. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the frame of the mountain bike. You can feel the forks kind of have some give. Yeah, this is going to be the mountain biker. It is by far the thickest bag from Series 19 and will make it really, really easy to feel out. I do have the distributions of the characters within the boxes, and I will share that with you later in the video. Here's the inner bag, and this contains a lot of the good stuff. We've got the torso, we've got the wheels, we've got a piece of headgear here with some crazy hair, a little bit like mine, and then we have this large piece here, which is the mountain bike itself. What else have we got in here? Yeah, just oh yeah, of course, we have to have a pair of tyres, and again, those make it super easy to feel out. Mountain Biker is without doubt the easiest minifigure to feel out from Series 19. Just make a beeline for the thickest package in the box and you've probably nailed it. The bike is a chunky looking build that breaks up into 5 parts. It's a great accessory to get in a blind bag and makes this one of the best value minifigures from Series 19. The riding position is a little awkward, but it does the job. The chunky tyres definitely make this useful for recreating off-road riding. The minifigure comes with dual moulded arms and dual moulded legs, and we even have some protective knee pads to complement the lycra shorts. The printing on the torso is particularly well suited to the mountain biker. We've got an MTB tyre track printed across the front, and that pattern is recreated around the back. The green helmet incorporates the minifigure's hair, and we've got these long brown flowing locks. We even have a little bit of printing on the elbow to show where the mountain biker had a fall. The facial expression around the front looks very cool with these mirrored glasses, but I actually think I prefer the other expression with the very determined race face. I do like the mountain biker, but the mountain bike itself is a bit of a problem. I store all of my minifigures in a display cabinet, and I know lots of other people like to make display frames. It also takes away some of the fun of feeling these Lego blind bags. I mean, when you've got something that obvious inside, there's just no surprise anymore. Bag number 13, and let's hope this isn't going to be unlucky. We don't want to make a mistake at this stage. So what have we got here? We've got, that's interesting. Maybe some kind of piece of headgear. Almost feels like the head's actually inside it, so a little bit confusing. Let's see what else we can find. We've got a pair of legs there. There must be something distinctive in here, and that certainly feels distinctive. Oh right, that's quite a large element. Okay, I think I know what that is. So we've got something here. There's an anti-stud on the bottom. There's definitely some kind of curly tail here at the back. And then I think I feel some pincers. So, as I remind myself what this character's called, I think this is going to be the Mummy Queen. I'm guessing that large piece of headgear probably does have the head inside, and that's why it's confusing me, but we definitely have some kind of a golden scorpion in here. Let's prove that by opening up the bag. And let's see what we got. Okay. So, this is the piece you're going to feel out for. This is the golden scorpion that comes with the Mummy Queen. Makes it really, really easy to feel out because you've got some height to this, and also you can feel out the anti-stud on the bottom there and the claws. Where's the headgear? There's the headgear. I think the head got buried in there somewhere. The head's here. And yeah, really nice printing there. We'll have a look at that in a moment. And then we've got the kind of Pharaoh style headgear. So this is the Mummy Queen, who is a beautifully printed minifigure. She comes with this golden scorpion, which is definitely the giveaway if you're feeling out minifigure blind bags. Whilst it might not be a new element, it's definitely a great one to get in a collectible minifigure series. The legs are dual moulded, and we have some really nice side printing which continues around to the front. You can see the skirt is kind of hemmed with gold, and then we've got some bandages showing through above the knees. The torso is super detailed with bandages, and I love the decoration around the neck, which includes a scarab. This theme continues onto the arms, which have some really nice metallic printing for the jewellery. And then we have a fairly simple piece of ceremonial headgear with some really nice gold printing. There's some more printing around the back, including bandages, which this time look a little bit dirty. And if we turn around that headdress, you can see the alternate expression. It's a really nice but very creepy mummy. I love the vacant eyes and the mouth, which seems to be saying brains. Do mummies eat brains, or is that just zombies? The Mummy Queen is definitely one of the simpler minifigures from Series 19, but the quality of that printing really makes this a standout character. Bag number 14, we're almost there, and congratulations if you're still bearing with me. Let's have a feel. So we've got some legs, that's a head. There is like a triangular element in here. That is interesting. And, okay. There should be something else in here which might help me to figure out what this is. I've got a feeling it's the bear costume guy. But yeah, we need something else to confirm that. And I think I've just found it. Where's it gone? Oh no, that's another triangle piece. So what I'm looking for, in fact, if he's on the front of the bag, no he isn't. He's got some kind of semi-circular fan, which is in the shape of a rainbow. And there it is. Yep. So, yeah, really unusual element this. It's kind of a... Yeah, as you can see here, it's curved. I think this is meant to be some kind of rainbow fan. This is a very colourful minifigure if the pictures are to be believed. And let's see what we've got. So when you're feeling out this guy, a couple of things you can be feeling for. Firstly, we've got these kind of... they're not triangular, they're hearts. Now, this was introduced with the last collectible minifigure series from the Lego Movie 2. I think we got one of those with the Tin Man. But yeah, great to get that element again in a different colour. And then this is the key one for me. It's kind of like I guess a quarter circle tile with a rainbow on it. Obviously, you can't see the rainbow through the packaging. And then we should have a piece of headgear again, which is quite distinctive. You've got a round bulbous head and then these little ears sticking out. So should be quite an easy minifigure for you to feel out. Bear Costume Guy is definitely one of the more interesting characters from Series 19. I may be reading way too much into this, but this to me looked like a pride bear. He's carrying a rainbow accessory, which might be a fan, a love heart in this kind of sherbet pink colour, and a rainbow love heart motif on the torso. Colourful is definitely the right description for Bear Costume Guy. In fact, he's so colourful he reminds me of the lining of a clown's jacket. We've got very unique tri-coloured legs, and the torso has not only different coloured arms but different coloured hands. But the two things I really like about Bear Costume Guy are firstly that mask. I love the way the eyes show through. And check out this facial expression. That is simply adorable, and my wife went crazy when she saw it. Around the back we have a slightly less confident expression, but again when we put that hat back on you can see the eyes peek through. The bare head completely covers the minifigure's head and it looks awesome. So while I'm still not sure whether this is Pride themed or not, it sure is a cracking minifigure and makes me smile. We're on to the penultimate bag, bag number 15, and another quite thin one which can make things a little bit challenging. Let's have a feel around, see what we've got here. That's kind of weird. Yeah, we've got a kind of, I think that's a shoulder piece actually, because there's a hole in the middle. Feels like you've got some kind of epaulets, some kind of uniform. That's a leaflet, which is no good. Oh, what's that? That's unusual. So we've got what we've got here. Let me feel this out so you can see it. We've got some kind of flat piece, but there are no studs on this. There is a ridge along the edge there, so it's clear that this is meant to be held by a minifigure. I think this is going to be the Galactic Bounty Hunter. Let's just see if we can find anything else in here. That does feel like a laser gun. Yeah, there's only one character who's carrying one of these rather thin pieces with no studs on, and I think that's going to be the Galactic Bounty Hunter. It should be some kind of wanted poster. And let's open this up and see what we've got inside. Yeah, we've got the leaflet there. So these are the shoulder pieces, or the shoulder piece with the epaulets and the hole in the middle there for the head. We do have a piece of headgear which has a couple of ears on it by the looks of it. Yeah, the unusual piece here, where is it? Here it is. So this is the, I see this is like the front of a book. Oh, right, okay. So that's what it is. I thought it might be a new element. But this is the wanted poster. So the Galactic Bounty Hunter is hunting for this guy. If I'm totally honest, the Galactic Bounty Hunter looks very similar to collectible minifigures we've seen before. We've got this wanted poster printed on a translucent book front, and this offers a reward of 300,000 whatever this guy spends for capturing a minifigure built or broken. He also comes with a laser gun or a blaster, but that's a pretty standard LEGO element. The torso and leg printing is pretty detailed and includes some metallic highlights. There's some more detailing around the back, and if you angle it just right it really lights up. I'm not sure if the helmet is a new element. It certainly reminds me of the one that Sweet Mayhem was wearing. What I do like is that fine printing around the visor. Speaking of fine printing, this hides a rather creepy looking alien face. We also have a shoulder piece to add to the intimidating look, and some more cyborg style printing around the back of the head. Galactic Bounty Hunter is a very cool minifigure, but probably not unique enough to make my top 10. And finally we've reached bag number 16, which I know by a process of elimination can only be one character. This one up here who I've put on in post-production. But let's have a feel around anyway. We've got some legs in there, we've got a head, that feels like the base plate. So there must be something distinctive in here just to prove that it can be done. That feels like a piece of headgear. I pretty much know what I'm feeling for here, so I am a bit of a fraud on this one. So what I'm feeling for is a rugby ball, and I think that's going to be it. Okay, so yeah, let me open this up and show you what to feel for. Probably one of the trickier characters to feel out, because I don't think the rugby ball's quite as big as you might expect it to be. Rugby for my American viewers is like American football without the pads. It's for the really hard guys. But let's take a look. I did see it just then. So this is a teeny tiny rugby ball that kind of fits into the minifigure's hand. So you definitely want to be feeling out for that. And then this piece of headgear. More a process of elimination. I would say this is probably one of the harder minifigures to feel out. Whether or not you're a fan of the Rugby Player will probably depend on whether you like rugby or not. Or to be frank, for my American friends, whether you've even heard of rugby. The accessory is pretty predictable and comes in the shape of this rugby ball printed with the words Rugby Supreme. Rugby Player is kitted out in this crisp green and white uniform, or as we'd call it in the UK, a rugby strip. I can't say I recognise this team, and I'm sure I'm not meant to, but it's certainly some really nice printing. We have dual moulded green and yellow arms, and just a little bit more detail around the back. This guy certainly looks the part with the rugged looking face and lots of stubble, but I'm not so sure about the helmet. It looks like it should be worn for a cricket match. In fact, we even have the connection points for a visor. There's no way any rugby player would be allowed to wear a helmet like this. Of course, rugby is known as a really tough sport, and this guy is most likely regretting the fact that he forgot his mouthguard. He's definitely had a rough game. For me, not being a particularly big sports fan, this minifigure to me is a little bit meh, but I can definitely see it appealing to rugby fans. As a minifigure representation of a rugby player, I think it's pretty well executed. So there you have it, all 16 characters from LEGO Minifigures Series 19. In just a second I'll be letting you know which ones are my favourites, and recapping the details of the giveaway where you could win a complete set of sealed Series 19 minifigures. You will get the actual minifigures that I feel out by hand at my local LEGO store. Before we do that, I've got to say another huge thank you to the guys at minifiguremadness.com. These guys are super people to deal with, and it's thanks to them that you're seeing this video today. If feeling out blind bags seems like too much trouble, you can guarantee getting a complete set of Series 19 minifigures at minifiguremadness.com. They will sell you a complete set of minifigures or a complete box of 60. In fact, if you act fast and use my promo code JH1 at checkout, you can buy a complete box of 60 Series 19 minifigures for only €179.99. So go check out minifiguremadness.com and tell them Jeremy Herbert sent you. I've really enjoyed feeling out and reviewing these Series 19 minifigures. Starting at the lower end of the scale, I think the Firefighter and the Rugby Player are probably the two weakest characters for me. Counting down my top 5, we're starting with the Monkey King. This guy is great fun, I love the accessories and the colour coordination. In at number 4 we have Videogame Champ. I really like the costume with the logos, the cool green hair with the headset, and those accessories are awesome. At number 3 we have the Gardener with that fantastic pink flamingo. I suspect this might be most people's favourite, but in number 2 I'm going to say Dog Sitter. I love that facial expression, and anything that comes with poop has to be awesome. And then finally at number 1 we have Shower Guy. He's so simple but so cool, and I love that facial expression. He's definitely my favourite. But now it's over to you guys. If you want to be in with a chance of winning a complete set of Series 19 minifigures, simply push the like button on the video, or the dislike button, I don't really care. Then let me know these two things in the comments. Firstly, tell me which one of these characters is your favourite, and let me know which one of these minifigures Baby Groot was hanging out with earlier in the video. If you missed it, don't worry, I'm going to give you another clue right at the end of the video. I really hope you did enjoy this LEGO Minifigures Series 19 blind bag feeling guide and review video. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome LEGO content. I've done many of these blind bag feeling videos before, and I'm going to put a link to the playlist at the end of the video. Also be sure to enter the competition, and do go check out those nice people at minifiguremadness.com. You'll find a link to their site in the video description. So thanks a million for checking out today's review, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next build video.